What's going on? Welcome, welcome. So this morning, we're going to be playing some Kyurem-White Groudon. This was a team that Shadow Draft sent in to us, so I'm really excited to try this out. We have the Sun Core of Charizard, Groudon, Venusaur. Nothing really surprising there. As you notice, two of those are already weak to water, and then adding an Ensign adds a third weakness. So naturally, having Storm Drain here on Gastrodon is definitely going to help against things like Kyogre, opposing Gastrodons, all those running around. Kyurem also just hits really, really hard, able to capitalize on the sun as well, thanks to Fusion Flare, so like we can actually hit extremely hard. We can also have like Weather Ball for ice, thanks to Kyurem if we really need it. There's a couple different things that we can do here, and I'm actually really interested in this team. This team looks really cool. And naturally, it's the opposite of Kyurem-Black Kyogre. So I felt like this is an appropriate team, seeing how we played that a couple weeks back. So that being said, yeah, I think it looks really hot. I'm really excited to try this out. So let's jump into the ladder, guys. How's the Twitch homies doing this morning? Anything new and exciting there, guys? Hey, thank you all so much for those follows. Let's see, we got Pelican, we got Smeargle. Smeargle, were you not already followed? I swear you have been. Alright, game number one. We got, Kyogre, Zacian. Nothing really surprising there. They do have the Venu to counter our Sun, so that is interesting. Probably means we need Charizard to be able to deal with it appropriately. Ensign also deals with it. Also checks the Zacian pretty well, so we'll probably go that route. Kyurem, we do have access to Freeze Dry, so that actually helps out quite a bit as well. So I'm thinking what we want to do is probably something like Ensign plus Kyurem with Groudon, and I kind of want Venu, kind of want Zard. I think I already have fire coverage on two of the mons I'm bringing, so I'm not really that worried about the Venu here, so I think I already have ground coverage, so I'm not really that worried about Eliki. So I think this is going to be Venu. I mean, like, this is the reason we play Gastrodon, though, right? I think we know. I think we want Gastrodon. Things are good. Gonna record laddering this morning, and then maybe play a little Blue Kaizo. Depends on if Tiff is up at that point, and then we're going up to the city. So excited about that. Haven't been up there in a hot minute, so let's see what our opponent's bringing. It's going to be Tornadus Venusaur. Luckily, we did not actually lead with Groudon, so they're not going to be able to take control of the weather that way. Tornadus doesn't have access to sunny days, just rain dance if I remember correctly. So Ensign not looking too hot here. Probably need to pivot it out. Let's see. I could go for Fake Out into the Tornadus, and do I want to max? What do I think? I could go for a Fusion Flare into the Venusaur. Tornadus probably protects, right? I'm gonna Parting Shot off the Venusaur. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. I don't have time. I don't know if I like this play. Okay, swapping out Venu, that's fine. Ooh, into Zacian, you say? Guess who clicked Fusion Flare into that slot? Yep, they set Tailwind, that's fine. I wasn't sure if they'd go for Tailwind or Protect here, and honestly, I'm pretty okay with either. Because if this doesn't KO, I get to Parting Shot off of it. Yeah, this is just fine. Cool. So now they're at neutral. Do gotta remember that they are faster than me. I could go into Gastro. It kind of just bodies his Zacian, and I'm able to pick up a KO on it pretty easily. I don't think going in Groudon is appropriate here. So now what's the play? I wonder if Zacian protects here. I could just double into the Tornadus. I go for an Ice Beam. I don't want to Dynamax because their Zacian is going to be faster than me. You know what? I'm actually worried about like trying to take out the Zacian. I'm gonna do this. I think this is fine. Because I think they're going to try to target down my restricted. So having Gastrodon be able to take it out here I think is just the better play. Gonna taunt my Gastrodon. Well, luckily for you, I'm just going to attack. Alright, cool. Zacian's down. Awesome. Making reads. Good reads here. Luckily, Sun is also still not up for the Venusaur. They do have Tailwind up, so they are going to be able to outspeed me. But I think the play I'm going to make... So I'm going to swap into Ensign on this slot. And... Kinda want to double protect. If I get the double, I feel really good because then they like obviously can't sleep powder me. I don't want Groudon to swap in there. I honestly think if Kyurem takes a nap, I'm pretty okay with that. Are they Dynamaxing their Venusaur, or are they just going to like sleep powder me here? They could also max and go for Vine Lash into my Ensign. Yep, okay. I think this is fine. Allows me to go for like Fake Out into the... Oh! Opponent? What? What is going on? What? What? Since when does Venusaur get Helping Hand? That is the craziest thing I have seen in a very long while. I'm gonna go into Gastro here. I was not ready for this, guys. I don't know what to do now. Elky's gonna protect, so I'm gonna go for a parting shot into the Tornadus. I'm going to max and Quake the Elky slot. I agree. I think Freeze Dry is probably better into the Venu there. But I wanted to guarantee a KO. So I think having... no, Freeze Dry because of the stab is going to be higher base power than Fusion Flare. Yeah, you're probably right. Freeze Dry is probably just a better play there. Because if they do swap, I still get to potentially pick up the KO. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely the more accurate play, I would think. And Gastro's really bulky, so we're going to be able to take hits. Plus, getting this Quake off means that, you know, they don't max, they don't, protect with Elky. Interesting. Just like Thunderbolt my Ensign. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Don't do this to me, game. Life Orb Eliki. So we know that's a KO because they're not Sash. I was really hoping to get this parting shot off first because then I get a free swap into Groudon, and then Groudon would get the special defense boost, but this is fine. They're now at -1. I'm going into Groudon here. And a Rock Slide plus Hailstorm should be enough to pick up the KO here. Could also protect with Groudon, but seeing how much that did to Gastro at neutral, Groudon should be able to take one at -1. Obviously, a crit would be very bad, but we'll be fine. I was not ready for Max Tornadus Helping Hand Venusaur. Rock Slide almost single-handedly takes him out. Alright, nice crit. When Hailstorm deserves another. That game was wild. I also never felt like we were really in a disadvantageous position. Obviously, picking up the Zacian on turn 2 was huge. Making that read, I think that read single-handedly defined that game. Everything else that happened was pretty whatever. But I think picking up the Zacian on turn 2, and more importantly, not maxing on turn 1, I think was the big defining factor of that game. Why do we keep running into Sun teams? Interesting. So the difference here is I have 2 restricteds and they have a Zacian, which is basically 2 restricteds. They also have Grimmsnarl, which is really annoying. Kind of want to leave like Ensign. Man, I really don't have anything to pressure this Grimmsnarl effectively. So it's going to get screens up. Do like Ensign Venu with Groudon Gastro in the back. I don't think Kyurem looks all that appealing here. Yeah, I like this. We have checks for their Zacian. I think this is fine. It's great. It's because Great Ball is where Sun teams go to die. As you notice, we are also stuck in the Great Ball tier. So your logic there has to be sound. Yep. Grimmzard. Luckily, I am Focus Sash. So I think their Zard's going to take a nap here. I think fake out the Grim and Sleep Powder their Zard is the safest play. Because this prevents them from like faking out my Venu. And then like next turn I can go for like a parting shot into the Zard to start reducing its damage. I mean, probably not. It's going to be taking a nap, so I'm not really worried about Zard. Could have also swapped into Groudon, but then they have the potential for faking out my Venusaur, and I don't really want to play that game. Nice speed boost. Take a nap. Easy as can be. I'm gonna parting shot off the Zard, and we'll go for a sleep powder into the Grimmsnarl here. I don't think Grimmsnarl does. Okay, they're gonna withdraw. Gonna go into Amoonguss. Okay. I mean, that prevents me from putting their Grimmsnarl to sleep. Seems alright. Parting shot off of that. And I can go into Groudon here, which will allow me to pressure their Amoonguss with Weather Ball on Venu. Because now I'm going to be faster than Zard. Right? How fast is my Venusaur? I actually don't know the answer to that. And they take extra damage. Nice. We'll go for the old Rock Slide here. How fast is my Venu now? 145 is 290, so I'm max speed. So I outspeed Charizard at +1. Good to know. Weather Ball the Amoonguss. This could be where their Sash is. It's really good damage. Maximum punish on the Zard. Really good damage from the Groudon here. And I'm assuming my Groudon's going to take a nap. That's fine. If Zard attacks next turn, it goes down to Life Orb plus Solar Power. So I'm actually just going to ignore it. It's like Venu's done everything it needed to this game, and I don't really have a effective attack into the Zard anyway. I'd rather take this Amoonguss out. Okay. This is going back into Grimmsnarl. Okay. Where the ball's going to do a chunk. It's really good damage. Zard does wake up, gets the heat wave off, but it doesn't hit my Groudon. So Venusaur effectively traded with their Charizard here. I'm pretty okay with that. Good job, Venusaur. Now I can bring in Insane, which will pressure their Amoonguss this turn. Doggo? That's fine. Get intimidated on. I actually kind of want to max Insane here. I'm going to max my Insane. We'll go for a Precipice Blades. We will go for a Max Flare into their Zacian. You know, like, if Groudon wakes up, cool. If not, I have a big kitty. that's really what we're here for. We're here strictly for Max Incineroar. Because it doesn't happen, man. Plus, like, this just gives us extra insulation against the Zacian if they do have something scary. You can't do that to my Insane. Yeah, Groudon's gonna take a chunk. But, like, not really. Not really even a chunk. Groudon needs to wake up. See, that was a more powerful Max Flare that also doesn't... You know, it's a more powerful Flare Blitz that doesn't do recoil to us. And the fact that they have Thunder Wave tells me that they don't have screens. So, you know, opponent wasn't ready for the big cat. Gotta put some bulk into your into your Zacian opponent. Wild Charge. No fighting type is interesting. Hurricane on your Sun team. Opponent. What? What? Whatever. Whatever. Will-O-Wisp on your Torkoal is interesting, especially since you don't have a slow mode to be able to get this off reasonably. You don't have a Trick Room mode here. Ignoring the fact that you have plenty of Trick Room Pokemon, you do not have a Trick Room mode. Finally, some bulk on a Pokemon. Energy Ball of Mungus is cool. Yeah, really, really cool team. Just not quite how I would build Sun. Ooh, Cresselia, Lapras, Torkoal, Urshifu. Those are mons I don't see at all. Opponent, you do know this is not BDSP. You can't play Cresselia in this format. That's a lie. Cresselia is probably like fine. How do I beat a Cali Ice? Probably just a bunch of Ensign. But then how do I beat Lapras? Probably like Gastro. So this is probably like Ensign plus Kyurem up front with Gastro Groudon in the back. I think this is probably the play. Looks like the only way they really have to proc their own policy is a Sucker Punch if this is Dark Urshifu. It's like, just don't trigger their policy. I'm ready for them to have like Ember Torkoal to be able to proc their policy under Trick Room or something. Maybe Venusaur is the play here, and then we can just like put them to sleep. Lapras, Cresselia. Okay. I mean, I feel okay about this lead. I think I'm going to swap out. I could Parting Shot into the Lapras this turn, anticipating them to Hailstorm into my, well, Resonance into my Kyurem. Yeah, I think I like that. Like, if they set up Trick Room, I kind of don't care. I don't want to max here. I think I just want to do some damage to, like, this Crest. Figure out some things. Yep, there's the max from the Lapras. Not really surprised by that. If this is, like, ally switch on the Cresselia, it's going to be annoying, but, like, honestly, not the end of the world. The fact that they're maxing Lapras is good because, I mean, well, they could have, not setting up Trick Room. Interesting. And I think I'm going to go to Groudon here. Because that'll bait the Geyser next turn, so I can go into Gastrodon. I bet this is Resonance into my Kyurem. Yep. Cool. So now they're going to want to Geyser. Is that Life Orb? which is not. So I'm going to do this. So that's 260. Good Quake into the Lapras, but I don't think all that's impressive. Like, I don't want a Dynamax, but I think I need to here. Then Max Flare? No. Max Flare is higher. I didn't get it off anyway. Yeah. Yeah, then Freeze Dry, yes. Alright. Freeze Dry into the crest is fine. That's whatever. Got him. And now I have Big Slug. I think I want to yawn their Lapras. I could also just Max Guard. Could also just click Recover. They're -1. I can take a Resonance. Yeah, I'm gonna yawn the Lapras, I think. And I'm just gonna protect Kyurem. Yeah, protect your crest, that's fine. I'm not really worried about it right now. Wow, wow. Wormwind? Interesting. That's probably off of what? Dragon Pulse? That's a choice. So now Lapras is probably going to swap out. Question is, into what? Torkoal could make a lot of sense here. I think I want to Max Quake the Lapras slot, anticipating them to swap. And I want to go into Ensign here, I think. Yep, they're going to withdraw. That's fine. Cali Ice. That also just works out fine. Because I'm going to get the Intimidate on it now. This is one instance I wish we had lefties on Gastros, like specifically for this kind of matchup. Where as one is actually important. Being able to have lefties just for the additional recovery seems pretty good. Big Slug. So the Storm Drain basically removes their screens for Gastrodon, so I'm pretty okay with this. I wonder if they have Ally Switch on their Cresselia. That is something I need to be concerned about. Moonlight. Okay. Sure. Crest is back to full. I don't really care. I'll eventually deal with it. Could Max Quake the Cali Ice again and go for a fake out into the crest just to prevent it. But I think they're going to actually protect. So I'm just going to Flare Blitz this slot. I just want to take out their Cali Ice, I think. Okay, they just double protect. That's also fine. Also just fine. My Trick Room is very quickly expiring. That did damage. That is the best thing we can say about that. It, in fact, did do damage. Now they're going to get to see Flare Blitz, which is unfortunate. So I think the actual play this turn is because now that Sun is gone. I'm going to... Oh, they're not Light Clay either. That's actually really good to know. I'm going to Max Quake. I'm going to go for Darkest Lariat because if they do Ally Switch, I at least get to like hit the Crest super effectively. Okay. Cali Ice out. Lapras back in. Okay. Darkest Lariat also plays around that. Now I have a +3 Gastrodon sitting in front of a Lapras. Like +3 special defense. And they don't have screens up anymore. Could be AV, that is smart. Oh, so close. I wonder if they don't have an attacking move on their crests. We've seen Protect, Moonlight, Trick Room. I'm going to yawn their crests. And we'll go for a Darkest Lariat into the Lapras, try to pick it up. We do not have Taunt. Like, I don't really want a Parting Shot in this position because, like, both of my mons are really bulky right now. Yeah, sure, set up Trick Room again. I don't care. This is Cali Ice coming back out. Yep. And now screens are gone. So I think I'm just going to Earth Power. And we'll go for a Darkest Lariat here. Okay, withdraw the Crest. That's fine. Into Kyogre. Really, really glad I have this Gastrodon right now. They have Seed Bomb. That's terrifying. Sorry, Gastro. Really glad I went for Darkest Lariat, not Flare Blitz. Don't be Policy. Not Policy. Cool. So I'm going to go into Groudon. This is going to remove their weather. This does kind of set them up for Glacial Lance, though, so I'm going to just protect with Groudon, I think, this turn. I could Rock Slide. But I think protecting is probably just a safer play. Good Parting Shot off of the Kyogre. But I think I just need to take this Calyrex out. Okay, there's the Glacial Lance. We take that. Alright, cool. Ensign is in fact slower than Kyogre. Good to know. So like if Ensign goes down now, it's whatever because I still have Kyurem in the back as well. They do have Water Spout. That's fine. Ensign's going down. We know that much. What? What? Oh, Sun is up. Duh. I'm very smart. Very intelligent. So now I can just Parting Shot off of this. Oh, I forgot I'm +2 special defense. You smart. You smart, Carl. So I think if they're just gonna go for Water Spout, I'm going to just Darkest Lariat them. And like again, I'm just not gonna bother this Cresselia. It doesn't bother me. See, my Groudon is 110, so 0 investment. So they should be faster than me if I was a betting man. We'll go for Rock Slide. And we will Darkest Lariat the Kyogre here. Yep, they do not have a damaging move. So we take up the Kyogre, we win. Oh, okay. I was going to say, Ensign, you need to calm down, dude. You need to calm down right now. This is going to do nothing. Tink. Ensign took a total of 6 damage. Wonder if they're like Scarf. Alright. In fact, not Scarf. Flinch the crest. Got him. So this game is over. It's just a matter of when. I don't even think a crit water spout takes me out. They have Origin Bolts. That's annoying. But Groudon is insane. And we hit. Cool. Kyogre down, and we win. This poor Crest has all my friends are dead syndrome. That was a good game. The Seed Bomb on Calyrex definitely was going to be able to turn this one around for him, but we pulled through, so we're okay. I'm going to click Rock Slide, and I am going to click... let's see, is Sun still up? Sun is still up. So they probably protect this turn. Yeah, for sure. Just was not ready for it today. But that's okay. We did what we needed to. Palkia Zacian. Really good. We have Freeze Dry. Thundy's annoying. Amoonguss, Ensign. Yeah, this is whatever. Kyurem looks really good here. I kind of want to do Zard things. I think Zard looks not the worst. Venu also looks pretty great. I actually like Venu plus Kyurem up front with Zard and Groudon in the back, I think. Yeah, sure. Let's lock it in. Alright, chat. Did we win? Thundy Ensign. Pretty alright with this lead. Pretty alright with this. So I think what I'm going to do... I'm kind of scared of fake out my Venusaur here. I could max, but that seems like a waste of a max. Could go Zard. Well, they're going to Airstream this slot, so I think Groudon is probably the play. This is 240. This is 260. So what do you got, opponent? Dang it! One of these times I'll get it right. One of these times I'll do that math right. Yep, there's the Airstream. They didn't go for fake out, so I think I actually was safe. It's probably just a parting shot in my Kyurem then. That's unfortunate. That tells me they're not Assault Vest. Yep. So we actually are still gonna do more with Flare. I mean with Hailstorm next turn. There's Zacian. I in fact did not bring my Zacian counter. Not like a great one. Good Rock Slide. I think Precipice Blades is probably the play though. And we are going to Max Guard this turn. Swapping to Zacian there is like the worst possible thing they could have done. They protect their Zacian. Oh no. Yep, this turn went bad. Yep, that's unfortunate. Because I do effectively nothing. So I guess I'm gonna protect and hope somehow I live. There's no way I live a Behemoth Blade. There's 0 ways I live a Behemoth Blade. There's 0 ways I live a +2 Behemoth Blade. Sorry, Kyurem. That was a really good turn from our opponent. Not even close. just to rub it in a little more, I'm gonna crit as well. GG, opponent. You deserve this win. So I'm gonna bring out Venusaur. And I'm gonna have their Zacian take a nap. Their Zacian looks really tired. I lied. Just attack. Attack and pray. That's kind of where I'm at in this game. I don't think we're winning. I don't have a good check to this Zacian, especially since they're +1 speed, +2 attack. Yeah, them reading my protect was very good. Like that was a game-winning play. I'm actually faster than their Zacian. Interesting. Did not actually expect to be faster. Oh, I actually expected that to be into my Zard. I expected the, I anticipated them attacking, but I expected it to be into my Zard. I'm going to click Heat Wave, and we're going to just pray. I don't think there's a single way we win this game. Maybe if Zard, like, quadruple crits the Zacian, and it misses a Behemoth Blade. The fact that we are faster than Zacian is actually really surprising. It tells me that they are pretty bulky. Oh! I mean, we're losing Zard at the end of turn. But if we crit the, oh! That actually just goes down? Too bad they have Instant in the back, which is going to ruin my Groudon's day. And light sun in, so I don't take solar damage. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, they still have Pocket. Yeah, we're very dead. That is what we've learned today. We are very dead. Because I now have a -1 Groudon. And a Charizard that dies at the end of turn. I don't even think a Swords Dance is good enough. We're going to flinch the Palkia. I mean, I'm going to Swords Dance, but... yeah. See, that was what I was afraid of. Flinch. Flinch. Nope, never lucky. Alright, we lose. The crit for Rubbins. Alright, let's talk about the team. Let's talk about the team here. So, I really like this team. I think Kyurem-White just leaves a little bit to be desired in a format dominated by Zacian. I think, like, as weird as it sounds, we have 3 Pokemon that, like, hit Zacian super effectively, and we have another 2 that kind of check it, and I still feel like we're really weak to it. Like, we don't have a lot that takes resisted hits from Zacian, which is a big deal, and, like, one of our restricteds just dies to it. Like, Tailwind kind of feels like it is kind of needed, especially for, like, Kyurem and Groudon, and, like, Zard appreciates it as well. But, like, Gastrodon also feels like it's really critical for this team to beat up Kyogre. You know, I know we played Kyogre a couple different times today, and I think we only saw one actually come, and the games that it did, Gastrodon had already gone down, but we were already really far ahead at that point. Yeah, like, everything on this team hits Zacian for super effective damage in some capacity, and I still feel like it's not enough. The Charizard, every time we brought it, it just died. Granted, one of those was against an Eliki, where we just weren't going to be able to, like, touch it. And then the other one, it just came in too late and wasn't able to do anything. I could see cutting Zard for... like Tornadus and having access to speed control that way. I don't think we really want, like, I don't think we want Whimsicott on this team. Just trying to think of, like, other Tailwinders in this format that could really be usable. Like, those 2 are the big ones. I don't know. I think the Safety Goggles Zard set is interesting. Just being able to beat up opposing Venusaurs, but, like, that never came up. We weren't really ever in a position where we needed to beat up an opposing Venusaur with Charizard. Obviously, you also ignore, like, Rage Sparta that way, but, again, not that big of a deal. Zard already beats both of those Mons. So, honestly, this team feels fine. I'd be interested in playing some more games with it just to get a better feel for it, but unfortunately, that's going to be it for today. If you're watching on YouTube in the future, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week with some more laddering. Have a good one there. Peace.